Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Unobtrusive, and this week I thought I would give everybody just a little tips and tricks video for drawing Abigail. Abigail is a character from Stardew Valley, which I've been playing a lot recently, and I have to say I'm really in love with the characters. I think they're amazing. I've already drawn Leah, as you can see here, and I attempted to draw Penny, but that didn't turn out so well. Maybe I'll try again in the future, but I finally settled on Abigail for this video. So without further ado, let's just jump right in with tip number 1, which is actually don't do what I just did, which is to make the hairline way too far back. Her hair is just I made it too far back, which really stretched out her face and like her whole head, which doesn't look great. Honestly, I would probably bring it down actually quite a bit so that there's not too much space between like the eyebrows and the hair, because then it just looks like she has a really big forehead. But Abigail's hair is curly and wavy. It just sits, on her shoulders or just below, and I'm getting all this information right off the internet because I just looked up like the pixel art version of her and just kind of took that and ran with it. So tip number 2 is that her jaw is actually more round, along with like her face and everything. I really tried to find out as much information as I could about her, so I just looked like on the Stardew wiki, and all I could really find for her age was that she's between 19 and 24 years old. She does still live with her parents, but that's not really a huge indication of her age. So yeah, I tried to keep her eyes pretty simple, just like with Leah. Her hair pieces were really tricky. I think part of it was her really long face. It wasn't helping with the composition at all, and I didn't really see that until I had already finished coloring. So it kind of looks, it's gonna be like this for the rest of the video. So fun fact about Abigail, she wishes that she had a cat, but sadly her dad is basically allergic to everything, as she describes it. So, but she does have a guinea pig, which I thought is really interesting and really cool. I haven't reached the point in my relationship with Abigail that I'm allowed in her bedroom yet, which is kind of odd. Like I'm surprised at myself, but then again, I was really focused on like farming and stuff right now, so it's not a surprise. But she does have a guinea pig, and his name is Dave. I am told by the internet that if you marry Abigail and she moves in with you, she will bring a new guinea pig with her that's called Dave Jr. or Dave 2, and the old Dave just stays at her old bedroom at her parents' house. So I thought that was really funny. Here you can see me like fixing her hair. I decided to give it a little more volume just to go out a little bit with it. But number 3 for drawing Abigail, I don't know why I included this as a tip and trick for drawing her, but some of her older depictions show her wearing a hair bow. So I decided to keep that in because I really liked it. Actually, I really liked a lot of her old designs, like her original stuff. Some of them got a little awkward, but that was fine. I like how she turned out now. I like how she looks now. But some of her older designs are really cool, and so I did take a little bit out of those as well, because it's all part of her design as a character. I'm just trying to figure out the curly cues. For some reason, on my graphics tablet, when I would rest my hand on the screen and just like start sketching, the pressure on my wrist, I guess, would leave all these big black circles, or whatever color I was using. They'd leave just like big blotches everywhere. So every once in a while you'll see me go through and erase those. But All right, so tip number 4 involves her jacket. See, there's another one. Tip number 4 is Abigail's jacket to me resembles a jean jacket or a jean vest. I think in the older styles it used to just be a jacket, but more recently it's she's got the sleeves cut off and it's more of a vest, which I really like. I think it adds some great character, some great just stuff for her personality and stuff like that. She went from having actually really straight blue hair to pretty curly hair, pretty wavy, and which again is really cool. It's cool to see the evolution of all the characters. I think my next character I want to go for is probably Maru, or Maru. I don't know how you say that, but she is really gorgeous. I love her. She's one of my favorites. I actually prefer her older designs though. Yeah, I tried to go for with like the jean look. I tried to do like a frayed thing here, but it just wasn't working out, so I got rid of it pretty quick. Yeah. Alright, and tip number 5. Her lips were actually pretty difficult. As you can see, like I had some trouble getting the form. From her pixel portrait, I kind of gathered that they are slightly more plump, more rounded. They were a little bigger than some of the other characters I was looking at, and she is depicted as wearing lipstick in her more recent designs. So that's something to remember. And tip number 6, her eyebrows are actually on the thicker side. I don't think I quite captured their likeness from her portrait. I just remember to keep that in mind, that she does actually have really thick eyebrows. And I somehow lost a ton of footage right here. Not really sure how. I must have paused the recording or something, which is really discouraging. You don't get to see me color everything in. It's kind of depressing and it kind of made me lose my mind a little bit. But it's already the end of the week and I can't just start over. Filming and editing and this whole process does take some time, so what can you do? Live and learn, you know? And tip number 7, Abigail, her hair. She was originally designed to have blue hair, and her mother, Caroline, actually will remark to you that she doesn't always approve of her daughter's alternative lifestyle, and she wishes that she wouldn't dye her hair blue, which I find to be really ironic since Caroline herself has green hair. But Abigail, with her newer design, she actually has purple hair now, so take that, Mom. Yeah, but here I am. I kind of decided to go with a little bit more flat, like dull colors, a little more pastel-ish, just not as saturated as the pixel art. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, and at the end I'll do like some highlighting that gives it more like color and everything like that. But again, her face is just, it's too long from like the bottom of her eyes to her jawline. Like it's just too long. And so I should have shortened that. I should have paid more attention. Probably just had like her jaw come up a little bit or have her forehead come down. Oh, and another fun fact about Abigail is that she loves black cobbler, but she dislikes blackberries, which is, a little funny, but I can understand. Yeah, and don't forget just to clean up your colors and stuff. Yeah, which is just kind of what I'm doing right now. Actually, I'm going through and like recoloring all the shading spots. So as you can see, this kind of gives her hair like more, I don't know, dimension, more just fun stuff. Another fun fact, despite playing the flute, Abigail actually hates getting the bone flute as a gift. So if you were thinking that you got something special for your girl, think again. She does love, what is it, like quartz or something, and she'll threaten to like eat it. Alrighty, and fun fact, or sorry, tip number 8 is Abigail's eyes are a bluish green, actually. As far as I can tell from her old designs up until now, they've pretty much kept the same color. They've pretty much stuck to this bluish green tone for them. It's really pretty. I really like it. Anyway, what I did was I colored them green underneath and then just kind of went over top with like a glossy blue finish just to give it that dynamic, just to give it like a double, like kind of a two-tone look to it. So these are just finishing up the highlights, which leads us into tip number 9, which is the last but not least, adding highlights and touch-ups. So I gave Abigail a pretty light purple for all of her hair highlights because I just love the way that ConcernedApe does this in her pixel art form. I think it's super pretty. It's a lot more vibrant colors, which I don't know, maybe you want to go with, maybe it would be a better choice, but I really like how this turned out, and just the color palette that I was using. It's just kind of a personal preference thing. I could have easily just taken directly from like the pixel art and just grabbed just like eyedropper colors off that, but I wanted to kind of make this my own style. I was really just taking the pixel art and turning it into my own style, which is what I see a lot of people doing, and I'm sure if you've clicked on this video, you just want to get some tips and tricks for drawing Abigail in your own style. So this is less of like a tutorial and more of just like, hey, these are certain things to remember about Abigail, or just fun stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm just getting started with YouTube and everything, so I'm not really well versed in a lot of stuff, so I'm just kind of getting my feet wet. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching and sticking around. I really hope this helped you find some inspiration for drawing Abigail or some of the others, and that you just found this helpful, because that's really all I wanted to do, was just kind of give a few helpful things to keep in mind along the way. And also I just really wanted to draw Abigail, so here we are. I definitely want to do more Stardew Valley stuff in the future, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, ciao, see ya.